So, conspiracy theories. They've existed ever since we humans were able to comprehend and think about the world around us. Like at a certain point, the stupid ass monkeys we used to be started to think about other stuff than just how to make it through the day without getting mauled by a 700-pound cat with massive 6.5-inch teeth. And yes, I do consider 6.5 inches to be way overcompensating. They started looking at the sky above them and went, "Wait a minute. Why the hell the sky blue? It must have been that damn donkey. Must be trying to spread Sip Craig propaganda again. That bad squatchpad. He shot Lincoln." And without knowing it, Wilford had just opened Pandora's box when it came to conspiracy theories. Or at least that's what my Harvard-level history teacher told me, but what does he really know? Anyways, let's talk about some crackhead theories. So the first one I want to talk about is the Australia isn't real theory. So this is stupid. I mean, almost all conspiracy theories are. But I feel like the thing that disproves most conspiracy theories, that the so-called deep state that's pulling all the strings doesn't really have any logical reason to be doing the thing you're accusing them of doing. I mean, the supposed members of the deep state only really want more power and influence for themselves. Obviously, they're at the head of the most powerful organization on the planet, and the best way to gain power or get in a position of power is to promise people money, and faking the existence of an entire continent gonna cost a lot of money because of all the shit you're gonna have to cover up, like, which means they have less money and also less influence to spend on things that are actually useful to them, like, so why not spend all of your time, money and effort on which is helpful for you instead of on which gains you nothing and can do a great deal of harm to you and your power. Like, literally give me one fucking reason they would do this. Like, just one. What about all those tens of thousands of criminals Britain apparently dropped off on Australia, but they actually dropped in the ocean where they all drowned and they needed to cover up so they wouldn't look bad about murdering all those people? What about them, huh? Bro, are you fucking kidding me right now? Great Britain, the multi-continental empire that enslaved millions of people and committed thousands of atrocities, all for the sake of earning some money, and you're telling me they didn't want to be known for killing their criminals in really fucked up ways, so they decided to spend what's probably billions of dollars a year because of, just so they didn't have to feel guilty about killing their criminals. Something that the people of Britain loved back in the day and would have probably paid money to go and see. Okay, that was a lot. I know most people back in those days didn't really know about, but I still think my point stands. I was originally going to talk about the flat earth theory, but I started talking for way too long. Also, I actually gave a presentation about the flat earth theory in elementary school. And speaking of elementary school, in elementary school, I had a friend named Vlad. So Vlad was kind of one of those kids that would lie about everything. You know, the ones that during recess started talking about how their dad was actually the first guy on the moon. And while he was gone, his mom gave George Bush his first ever blowjob. Looks like that blowjob made him go over the moon. So Vlad didn't really lie that often. I mean, I can only remember two things he said that were just blatant lies. That his dad was the world champion of chess at some point, and that he ranked third in the nation's official junior chess competition. There were probably more, I just can't remember. Anyway, let's talk about the theory. So one day, Vlad and I are talking. I can't remember what we were talking about, but it was probably about Minecraft, Beyblades, or how big our dicks are. Suddenly he goes, "Hey, I don't think people originated from Africa." And I was like, "What? That's stupid. Where else would they have come from?" And he says, "Dude, they came from Russia." Now, if you couldn't tell by his obsession with chess and also his name, Vlad is Russian. Or at least I think he was. Honest, I don't remember. It could have also been Poland, but it was somewhere in Eastern Europe, I'm sure. So as most people who came from a foreign country and migrated to somewhere else, he was still extremely patriotic to the country where he originated from. So he obviously came up with this idea because he wanted Russia to be cooler and more important. I mean, we all like when our country does something cool that no one else has done yet or played a major role in an important historic event. There's nothing wrong with that. I jerk off to patriotic footage from time to time too, but this is just stupid. Wait though, for you see, our good friend Vlad actually has some evidence to back up his claims. And what is this evidence, you're probably asking yourself? Ah, is it historical records? Dug up remains of natives, maybe? Well, the amazing 1% of people that haven't clicked out the video yet, let me answer your question. No, because his actual evidence was, well, fire was one of the most important inventions ever, and in Africa it's hot so you don't need a fire, but you do need one in Russia. Because it's cold. Yeah, I got that part. And do you know what I thought when I heard this all those years ago? I don't remember, I think I might have inhaled too much galaxy gas. So I don't have much to say about this one. I mean, it speaks for itself why it's stupid. Just want to talk about it because I thought it was funny. The next theory is like completely idiotic. I mean, I don't understand how anyone can believe this. Women don't shit, people. Like, they can't shit. They can't. Like, they can't, right? They can't. Please say that was funny, I'm really trying here. Okay, now for the actual stupidest conspiracy theory, at least from what I've seen. This theory was, as far as I know, created by this woman, Marjorie Taylor Greene. And as you could have guessed, she's a Republican. Now, what is this grand masterpiece that she has brought upon the world? She thinks that the reason that forest fires happen isn't because of climate change, but because of a Jewish space laser that shoots giant beams that cause fires. I mean, what do you really want me to say here? Once again, like, why? Why would they do this? To drive attention away from the other stuff they're doing? I mean, like, I guess, but still, this would cost billions of dollars. What could they possibly be trying to drive attention away from that's worse than burning down entire forest? Honestly, I can think of a couple of things, but once again, they have no reason to do any of those. So I started writing this before this got announced. Yeah, I know, I'm a massive procrastinator. But apparently, Marjorie Taylor Greene, you know, the person who thought of this shit, got re-elected. So, anyway, that's about all I got. So thank you for watching. I think I should end this video differently. Oh, I got it.
I don't like them putting chemicals in the water that turn the friggin' frogs gay.